Hi.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good.
It's the pre-show. We force a cold open on this one. It's not like a song of babies and puppies where you let one happen organically. We force one here. Cold opens happen at gunpoint.
Yeah, you start recording whether I'm ready or not.
Eh, How are you doing? How's the quarantine lifestyle? Are you working from home? Are you quarantined?
I'm quarantined, but I'm still like in university, so it's
Okay. Yeah, you don't have to.
yeah, it's
Worry
big
about
uncertainties right now because
Yeah.
we're like getting new emails every day
Yeah,
about
it's.
whether they're ready to do online things or not.
Oh,
So
they're still
we
setting
just
that
don't know.
up over there?
Yeah, yeah, our semesters are a bit starting a
Oh,
bit
yeah, of
later than
course.
in America, probably.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, no, yeah. Well, yeah.
Also, I have like a friend who might not be able to get home, so that's fun.
Oh, fucking yeah, fun. That's ugh.
It's like everyone who's been going on a semester abroad is like in trouble right now. Like either they're
Yeah.
gonna get home after just 1 month, or they don't know how to get home even. Like
Yeah,
flights are getting cancelled and everything.
just kind
Good
of vibing
times.
indefinitely. Friend of the show, frequent guest of the show, owner of the Noise Space, Matt GameCube's dad is also not trapped in quite a predicament because Matt's dad is retired. But
Yeah.
Matt's dad has been stuck on an island because he went on vacation before the outbreak hit big over here in over here in North America. And so he's just kind of been trapped on an island for the last week and a half, as far as I'm aware.
He's doing Animal Crossing in real life.
Yeah, he's exploring his new horizons. He's got cherries over there.
That's good. I love
God,
cherries.
it'd be weird if that'd be weird if you were just on a regular ass vacation and then an animal person comes up and starts talking to you.
I mean, listen. Whom amongst us?
Who amongst us has not started talking to the tanuki that frequents our building?
It's like, you don't have to. It's some people would say you have to like worry if the animals around you start talking to you, but actually you've like unlocked a higher consciousness.
Yeah, when the animals around you start talking to you, you can start selling them leaves and telling them it's furniture.
You can just put a big fish in your pocket and have it there for weeks.
Okay, I'm gonna try and not do too much Animal Crossing talk on the actual podcast, but the first time I pulled a one of those super fucking long fish that you get in it looks like the Pokemon Melodic.
Uh-huh.
Do you know what the fish is called by any chance? The really super long one?
The really super long one. I don't know.
Okay. That one. The first time I pulled it out of the ocean, I genuinely dropped my Switch because it scared me.
I haven't caught that one yet.
It astounds. There have been so many changes made to this game, and some of my gripes about it are some of the most Okay, Animal Crossing corner, I guess, because I love it, but there are a few decisions that just make me just fucking scratch my head. Like the fact that clams, the thing you need to get in order to
That's so
make
annoying.
bait, you can't stack them like you can fruit or any other resource for no real reason. They're set up the way that they don't even stack coral stacks, but clams don't.
That's so weird. And then you can't craft them in bulks. You have to craft each piece of bait individually.
Yep, one at a time. Oh yeah, crafting fence is always fun because you just go out, you get 30 pieces of wood, and then you stand there and you mash A until you have 10 fence pieces. That's definitely not enough to enclose anything.
Yeah, and not to keep going on about game mechanics, but you have to wait until the whole dialogue. So I haven't found a way to skip dialogues quicker.
Yeah, there's no there's no truncation.
Yeah.
I've taken to setting up DIY workbenches all over my island just so that I don't have to return back home every time I break an axe while I'm out doing shit. Like, I've got one on each, like, tier of ladder height, and on each side I'm about to have one on all, like, parts divided by the river.
Yeah, I guess DIY workbenches make sense to do it that way, but, you know, I'm also not bothered by the way Stardew Valley does it, that you can just craft out of your pocket anywhere you are.
Yeah, I really wish, like, I really wish you could just, like, slap some sticks and a rock together and make an axe. Like, maybe,
yeah, exactly.
Maybe not even make it so that I think we're getting to the weeds on this. Are you ready to talk a movie?
I'm ready.
Or not.
Or not.
Theme music. Welcome to Fear Baiting, everyone. It's your number one dysfunctional family podcast. I'm Sarah, and I'm joined this week by friend of the podcast, Janos.
Hi.
Hi. So this is your first time on Fear Baiting. And the thing we do with first-time guests is we have them talk about their history with horror movies and what your favorite, like, subgenre of horror movie is. The thing I always say, as an example, is that I love home invasion horror movies.
Yeah, I don't know if I have a history with horror movies. I guess it's that for a long time I didn't watch them because I was scared.
Yep.
And then I started watching them, and now I like them.
Yeah. That's pretty much how it was for me. Mine was motivated by a college class, but, like, basically identical thing.
I think for me it was because I was getting into, like, you know, those late high school years when you start getting pretentious about movies. I don't know if that's an experience for you, but, like...
Oh, no, it was. I got really into claymation. That was my... So, like, I couldn't even be, like, with the people who, like... With the other people who, like, were cool about film in my high school. Because none of them respected animation as a medium. Like, my favorite two movies in high school, and they remain two of my favorite movies to this day, they were Mary and Max, the claymation film that I mentioned last week, and Paprika, which we've done an episode on before.
Yeah.
And
I think Paprika is like a top 5 for me too.
Oh yeah, it's so fucking good. Ugh, I should start. We did in the server for Henry Kissinger's Pokemon Going to Die. Last night we streamed Cats 2019, and I am going to try and push for us to just do a movie night, like, more regularly, so I can make more people. So I can make mainly because I want to make people watch Paprika, but I also want to watch movies with my friends.
Yeah, you were streaming at the exact same time I was watching Ready or Not, by the way.
Oh no.
It's fine. I'm gonna watch Cats on my own, I guess. Yeah, but the animation thing, I guess that happened a little later for me, but, like, not that much later that I got into anime and animation, and, like,
yeah,
I'm still trying to push for that because I do media studies at college, and there's also, like, from the film studies people, there's also, like, no real respect for animation, or even less for anime.
Yeah,
which is fucked up. And
that is fucked up. It's because every animated movie that's rated R that makes waves is like Sausage Party, and it's about, like, food that says fuck and also has sex.
Yeah.
And I mean, there is definitely a keyhole that has been ascribed to adult animation films. Like, everyone always thinks when someone brings up, like, in the general public, I would bet that, like, if you ask, like, if you Family Feud style asked, like, 100 people to name their favorite, like, R-rated cartoon movie, I bet, like, number one would be, like, Team America World Police.
That classic. Yeah, the same for South Park, I guess. Like if you say adult animation, they're gonna say
Yes.
South Park or
Yeah.
Family Guy, which is
But
not
anyways-
that like it's very juvenile. That's the thing. Like the things that are called like adult something are actually like much less adult than something like a Satoshi Kon movie or a Hayao
Yeah.
Miyazaki movie that might be like, I don't know, Kiki's Delivery Service might be is like mainly intended at children, but it's so mature.
Yeah. Ugh, good
Anyway,
movies.
horror movies.
Anyways, so horror movies.
I was starting to like check out these classics at one point.
Mm-hmm. Do you by any chance remember what your first horror movie was on this like road to watching horror movies?
Oh, that's a good question. It
Because
could have been The
for
Shining.
me,
I'm not sure.
The earliest horror movie I have recollection of like watching is definitely The Thing.
That was
which
an early
is-
one for me too.
I don't know how I watched The Thing at age 16. I don't know how I made it through that movie because I've mentioned this before on this podcast, but are you at all familiar with the Kiefer Sutherland film of Mirrors?
No.
Okay, it's a movie about Kiefer Sutherland trying to hunt down a ghost that's killing people through mirrors. Like mirrors are haunted.
Okay.
Anyways, I saw a trailer for that when I was like 12, and I was scared of that. I literally was scared of mirrors for the next like year.
Okay, yeah. For me, it was The Ring. That because the advertisements for I think The Ring 2 at that point in Hungary were like everywhere.
God, I
And
don't remember.
just seeing that poster scared the shit out of me. Like I couldn't sleep at night.
Yeah, the Grudge trailers also scared me a lot too.
So actually, that era of horror movies, like the Saw movies and the Ring movies, like at the time where the horror movies that were very big at the time, I was like between 8 and 12, are the ones I never actually revisited.
Yeah, the mid aughts were the early aughts were a bad time for American culture. The early aughts was the early aughts was a very bad time for American culture. I think that some of our horror movies are no different. Like I think some of the Americanized versions of the J and K horror films were okay. Like I like the English version of The Ring. I think that's a pretty good movie. And then you've got stuff like, The Grudge 2 and The Ring 2. And do you remember when they made like Rings or whatever a couple of years ago? That Ring sequel?
Yeah, I remember seeing that and then not hearing anyone talk about it again.
Yeah, but the early aughts were definitely. I think some of our horror movies put out in that time though were good though. I think that very much of the U.S. was wrapped up in jingoistic fervor in the early aughts and very paranoid as well. And that reflected a lot in our media. Like you would see like the home invasion. I've definitely brought this up before, but the home invasion genre coming to fruition like as a result of like being worried about the concept of invasion, like during like the Department of Homeland Security was in the news like every day in that time, and that's where stuff like found footage home invasion stuff really came into fruition.
Yeah. Just one more thing to get back to things. I was like I just had a memory or I just remembered a thing from that time in my life, like when I was like 2nd or 3rd grade in school, that I had like there was like this one friend I had who was like the cool guy because he watched movies that are for adults.
Yep.
Like, and he watched a lot of horror movies, and he was telling me about this movie that's so scary called Signs.
Sorry. That one scene where the alien is at the birthday party is a little bit fucked up, but that aside.
There's like one scary scene in that movie.
Okay, wait. Before we get into the movie, you brought up the cool friend that watches the adult movies. I was an Extreme Rules police for myself, not for anyone else really. That's a lie. I was definitely a rules police for other people, but I really policed myself, which is why I cried for 10 minutes when someone pulled out a PG-13 movie at my friend's sleepover birthday party.
Yes.
And I was only 12, and so I was crying because I thought something bad was going to happen to me if I watched The Fellowship of the Ring.
I was super like that. Like in Hungary, I remember when The Dark Knight came out, it was rated 16. So I was like terrified of Batman.
Oh, that makes me curious. What's the like rating system in over there?
Okay, so I'm from Hungary, so I lived there until I was like 10, and then now I live in Germany. But I've been visiting my family in Hungary a lot, so
yeah,
I kind of experienced both, and I remember for a while when I was very young, there was no rating system or like no official one.
Just fucking Wet and Wild.
It was just they were just looking at. I guess there were like recommendations, but they didn't put it on the posters or anything. And then they started putting on like numbers that are in the ring that are like 12. Like first it was like 12, Peggy, 16, and 18.
Okay, like Peggy does for video games.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. And the 18 one is in a red circle, so it was super scary.
Is there like a fun guy who comes on at the start of trailers to be like Peggy 16?
I wish.
Trailers over there? God, that guy's my favorite part of trailers.
And in Germany it's similar. Like it's also on the DVD covers very big. It's like even bigger. It's kind of like the video game ratings. Like it also looks similar.
Okay.
And it's kind of annoying if you're like a film collector or like a DVD collector, because these beautiful DVD covers are all like this large 18 slapped on them.
Oh God, I can't remember the last time I've seen like I cannot remember the last time I've looked at a movie rating, honestly. Like I just because I don't have like movies on. I don't like have very many movies on like video anymore. It's just streaming.
I was buying DVDs for a while, and then I stopped when streaming started. So I have like a film collection that doesn't reflect my taste right now at all.
I've started collecting a few Blu-rays. Like I've got the Mamoru Hosoda collection. I've got Paprika. I've got Ghost in the Shell. I've got the Terminator series on Blu-ray. So I've got some movies, but not very many. I do want to expand that collection further. But anyways, we should definitely talk. We're 17 minutes into this movie, and I'm
Wait,
ready
I didn't mention like what my favorite genre of horror movie is.
Oh, sorry. Go on. Please.
I've been thinking about this like even before we started recording this, because I thought I'm gonna have to come up with an answer, and I don't really know, but like I really like my favorite horror movies are I think the original Wicker Man is one of my favorites. So for me it's that kind of movie where you can't quite tell if it is even a horror movie. It's just creepy.
Did you like Midsommar?
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, you need to see Midsommar.
I'm because it had Wicker Man vibes, so I was excited for that.
Oh yeah, huge Wicker Man vibes out of that one. Yeah, that is a fun. I don't know exactly what I would call that genre either, but I do think I understand what you mean. I'm sure.
I also really like the Twilight Zone, like the old TV series. And it's also giving like that's also like those vibes where there's like you don't exactly know if there's even something supernatural going on, but you feel a little bit creeped out.
Like in this movie.
It's exactly like this one.
Oh God, I can't. Okay, we're gonna go through this. Okay, I'm just gonna give a brief plot rundown real quick, and then we can talk about stuff that we liked. So we open this movie with two young boys running through this big mansion, and one of them tells the other to go hide in a closet. The boy who doesn't hide in the closet is approached by a man who's been shot by an arrow and is like, "Hey, Daniel, you gotta fucking help me. They're gonna kill me." And the kid starts fucking snitching, screaming. People come out of the woodworks. They shoot him again. They shoot the guy with more arrows. They take him away, despite the protest of the bride. And we flash forward 30 years to the wedding of Grace and Alex. They get married, and they then that night Alex tells Grace that there is a family tradition that on the night, whenever a new member is added to the family, they have to play a game. The game is basically drawn from a card in a box, and the card that was drawn is hide and seek, which means that they just start playing the most dangerous game. And it's great. Grace doesn't really know what's going on because she just thinks it's legit hide and seek for the first little while, and then Alex kidnaps catches her in the middle of her playing hide and seek throughout the mansion, and tells her, "Hey, they're gonna fucking try and kill you. This is not good. You need to run and leave." But not before he doesn't get to say that before she watches someone's head just get completely blasted off with a gun. So he explains that to her, and she is just like, okay. And he says, okay, I'm going to go to the control room, and I'm going to open the door so you can get out of the house. He goes there. She fights a lot of people, but gets out eventually. She manages to outrun the butler, she almost manages to outrun the butler, but she tries to contact OnStar after stealing the butler's car, but OnStar is like, I'm shutting the car down. Seems to be stolen. Bye. The butler tranks her and takes her back home, but she fucking flips the car. Then she gets caught by Daniel, the kid from the start of the movie, who is Alex's brother, and is brought back to the house for a ritual sacrifice. A ritual sacrifice, if you will. But Daniel fucks up the whole thing by poisoning everyone with hydrochloric acid and gets her away. He gets shot, and then Alex manages to get her, and they're trying to figure things out, but Alex is like, oh, you're not gonna be with me after this, are you? And so he fucking snitches, and the entire family comes in. They try to kill her, and then they don't, because she manages to fight it off. And then the morning comes, because they were all afraid of a curse, that if they don't finish the game by the morning, by which they mean kill off the person, they would all die, and they all just explode in a bushel of guts. And it was extremely funny.
It was so funny.
Did I miss anything major in the story?
I think that's mostly it.
Okay, cool. So there is... I love the main character in this movie so much.
She's so good.
What was her name?
Grace.
Well, yeah, I meant the actress.
Oh, I don't remember her name.
Samara Weaving is Grace. She is fucking great in this movie. This movie also has an incredible late title card, which is Grace and Alex are like getting ready for the wedding, and they're sharing a cigarette, and Alex is like, okay, so are you ready? And she says, oh, fuck no. And then it cuts, and then it just Gillian cuts to the title card, and then to the wedding.
Yeah,
it's great.
She's really good. Like she's, because you think it's gonna be like a cliche character, and then she's not at all. No,
she manages to. She fights pretty hard. So during the wedding, there's like a really good framing device that's going on, because we don't actually know the extent of what's possibly going to happen that night until later on. We're kind of kept in the dark until Grace is. I mean, if we've seen the trailers, so we probably know what's happening, but they're not being blunt about it. And the framing device that they're doing for, I don't know if framing device is the right word, but what they're doing is like they're having all these characters line up for like wedding photos, and it's just like, okay, this character and this character are doing wedding photos together, and they're having a conversation. And one of the characters from that conversation is taking photos with a different person now, and they're talking. And I just thought it was really fun, just like a really smart way to just get like a bunch of extremely quick conversations done in like a minute.
Yeah, I think this movie was like it was like 90 minutes long, and it's like perfect runtime.
Yeah, really tightly cut.
Yeah, there was no like unnecessary moments in it.
Yeah, I'm looking
but
at
also I don't think there was anything missing.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the so the directors of this movie, Matt Bettinelli, Olpin, and Tyler Gillett are alumni of this podcast, because they were the directors of both VHS and they were directors on both VHS and Southbound, which are two anthology horror films we've covered previously on this podcast.
Was this their first like full time, or like
what's that?
Was this their first like full movie?
Feature length?
Yeah.
Let me look. No, they directed a movie prior called Devil's Due.
Okay.
But that aside. But yeah, this movie is like really tightly cut. Like the wedding is like over and done in like within the first like 10 minutes of the movie, which I was not expecting. I kind of expected to linger a little bit more in the wedding, but we got to the wedding night pretty quickly, and at this point, it's kind of you become more and more aware over the course of this movie that Alex is a bad person. I mean, he obviously goes full mask off at the end, but like it's
and that's also one of the things where. At first I thought, am I gonna have to like this person or like sympathize with him? And then I was like really happy about how no, the movie knows that he's a piece of shit.
Yeah, absolutely. Because we all like if we've seen the trailers or the poster or anything for this movie, we know a most dangerous game is gonna happen. But they're fucking in the they're like gonna. They're about to fuck in the wedding room, or they're about to have post-marriage sex, whatever the fuck that I can't remember words. There's a word for like the sex that you have on your wedding night or something. There's a specific way to say it, but I don't remember what it is. So bear with me. You can at me if you want.
Bedding ceremony or
bedding ceremony. Yes, okay. The Blackfish. No, wait, fuck. Robert Baratheon. Fucked in Grace's wedding bed.
Yes.
But then they're about to fuck, and then Grandma shows up. She's not actually Grandma. I just kept calling her Grandma. Aunt, what was her name? Aunt.
Oh, I don't remember any of the names.
Besides
the like three main characters.
Yeah, it was. She's Alex's aunt. And she's his aunt.
The one who's played by Andy McDowell, or
no, that's
his
mother, the old one, the one who looks like Sindel from Mortal Kombat, like got really cleaned up. Like this is what Sindel does when she's not like fighting Shang Tsung, because she's just like all decked out in purple. She's got the white hair, but it's like it's cut short, like it's Ellen length, Ellen DeGeneres length. And she's just like fucking. Later on, she's just like wielding an axe the entire time, and it fucking rules. But she shows up on the wedding night. It's like, hey, it's game time. I'm going back into the secret passage now. Bye.
It's game time.
And Alex is like, yeah. So you just have to play a game. It might be like checkers or something, or I don't know.
Cards,
like backgammon, probably something regular. And he makes no attempt to warn her about what possibly will happen because by drawing the hide and seek card. But he manages to tell her later. One of my favorite like running jokes in this movie is the continued fuck ups of Emily.
That's so funny, yeah.
Because the first time we encounter this character after the hunt has begun, she there's another character whose name I do not remember. But, okay. So, there are a couple of maids who are taking care of Emily's kids. But Emily and one of the kids gets away when the maid falls asleep. So, the maid is, like, looking around for the kid. And then Emily accidentally just fucking blasts a hole in the maid's face because she thinks it's Grace. And it's like, hey, I did it! Oh, shit! Oh, fuck! Oh,
every one of those, like, that was the first one, I think. And then there was another one where she just shot someone in the mouth with a crossbow.
Yeah.
Because, and that one came so unexpected to me. Like, I lost my shit at that.
I was laughing so hard. Later on, later on at one point, when Grace is hiding out, Daniel happens across her, and Daniel's like, well, I can't let you go, but I'll give you a 10-second head start. So everyone convenes in the room where Daniel is, and then a maid comes in, because one of the characters is Fitch, and he's like just whining about the crossbow he's carrying the entire movie because they can only use old-timey weapons. And Emily runs in and is like, oh no, I forgot my gun. And Fitch is like, here, just take this crossbow. You'll use it better than I can. And she's like, really? And then a maid runs in and is like, sir, the woman has escaped. And then Emily accidentally shoots her with the crossbow, and it made I had to rewind that scene a couple times.
Yeah. The crossbow is like a great running gag anyways, because like Fitch like first asks someone like, do you know how to use this shit? And
Yeah,
I
like,
was
how am I
like,
supposed to use
yeah,
this?
right, how the fuck do you use a crossbow? And then there's a later scene where he sits at the toilet and just Googles how to use a crossbow.
Fitz's phone is one of my favorite props in this movie, because not only does he like he's like, I gotta stop up to the bathroom, I got an upset stomach, but he just like is sitting in there watching like two rednecks be like, all right, this is how to use a crossbow for beginners. And then later in the movie, he's still just like in the bathroom because he doesn't want to participate in the hunt, and he's just Googling what is it? Pact with the devil, real or bullshit?
Yes.
It's so fucking funny. A thing I wanted to laud this movie for is that I feel like there were zero jokes at Fitch's expense, which is at the expense of Fitch's weight, at least, which was really unexpected, because Fitch is like a fat character, and I was just fully expecting this movie to do like some joke about him being really out of breath, or like being really or just some stupid fucking shit. And this feels like a low bar for things to clear, but I'm always happy when there's a fat character who gets to be funny, but not by virtue of being fat.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh god, Fitch is definitely my favorite character in this movie, who's not Grace though.
He's great. I also liked Daniel. Like he was played by Adam Brody from the OC.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah. He was also in Gilmore Girls for like one season until they built him up to be the main love interest of one of the characters in Gilmore Girls, and then he got cast in the OC, so he just got written out of it.
Semper Fi.
But like he has that great like he doesn't get out of his lane a lot. But he's doing the specific acting style where
I think he does a really good job. I think he
does really well.
Yeah. I think he's really good in this movie. He plays a very good drunk in this movie.
Yeah,
like he looks like the kind of drunk I never want to be, which is like the level of drunk he is at is like me one beer past the point of being good.
Mm.
And that's also the point where I sometimes will decide, oh fuck it, I'm already feeling like this, I will continue to drink, and that's when the puke happens.
It kind of reminds me of Sam Vimes from Discworld too. Like he's also that kind of drunk that he's like in the beginning when he's a drunk, that he's just like that thing you said, that it's not fun anymore. He's just like really grim about it.
Yeah, but he's like, well, I mean, if I stop drinking, then I stop being drunk. Guess I'll drink.
I noted the hide and seek song was also funny.
Yes, the hide and seek song was what was it was just like some old timey like.
Yeah, it was like so over the top in how old timey it was. Like it sounded like some 20s music.
Yeah. Hold on, I'm gonna look up real quick if that was an actual song, just out of curiosity. I feel like it has to be. Please, Google, help me out.
Hide and seek song, real or made up?
Hide and seek song, real or made up? Let's see. Okay, here we go. Yes, the hide and seek song from Headquarters Music. I think it might just be original.
Okay, they did a great job with it though. Like it's.
Like, do you remember that Twitter thread from a couple of months ago?
Yeah.
That was
I know
like
what you mean.
The songs from like top songs of the decade, and there was that one from like the 1920s that was like, "Let's all keep our lights on, during the blitz." Like it just sounds like that. I'll put that. I'll make sure to put that tweet thread in the show notes. I'm just gonna be thinking about that for the rest of the episode now. The share I turned back time. I can't believe that worked. I only read the wiki how.
That thread is like one of the masterpieces of the internet. Like how much effort they put into it.
Yeah, that thread is like one of the best things that came out of the 2010s.
Absolutely.
Oh, thank you very much, Twitter.
Oh, I got a question for you.
Sure.
So, because where I come from, when we played hide and seek, it was like one person was seeking and everyone else was hiding.
See, we called that sardines here.
Okay.
Hide and seek to us, like regular quote unquote hide and seek is everyone hides and wait, hold on. Yeah, this is just sardines. This is sardines. Huh. This is not hide and seek. This is sardines.
Because that's regular what I thought. Like, is this
regular
American
hide and seek
rules?
Is everyone hides. Yeah. No, this is not American rules. This is a perversion of the term hide and seek. I mean, it technically is hide and seek, and maybe the current usage of it has been bastardized since the original. But to my knowledge, yeah, hide and seek is not this.
I mean, we also didn't use guns. That's the other thing.
Well, I mean, there's no accounting for taste. If you weren't blasting the shit out of kids with your BB gun on the playground, what the fuck? Were you even playing real?
Oh, speaking of kids.
Oh yes. Oh my god. So yeah, when she like first escapes the property and is like on the run from the butler guy, she runs into a farmhouse, a barn. Oh my god, I forgot the word barn. She runs into actually it's more like a stable, but I digress. She runs into a stable and she encounters one of the kids who I mentioned earlier, one of Emily's kids, and she's like, hey, okay, we're gonna get you out of here, buddy, it's okay. And then the kid just like pulls out the gun he stole from Emily earlier and blasts her in the hand. And she just fucking decks him. She decks him, picks up his phone, and she picks up his flashlight rather, and sees a goat and falls backwards into the corpse pit, which they maintain on property. At this point, I was like, wow, can the rich really just murder people behind closed doors and get away with it? And I remember that it's not that far off what really just kind of happens on a daily basis with the rich.
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
Jeff Bezos could be doing the most dangerous game on a daily basis, and we would really have no way of knowing.
Yeah, there's like millionaires who have islands and do like upsetting shit there. I want to get into that.
Yeah, there are millionaires though. Oh my god.
Speaking of the kid, like there was like I think that kid and there was like another kid. They appeared like relatively, or like I don't remember seeing them at the beginning of the movie, but then there's like a few other scenes with them where like first of all, like there's like their parents, I think, tell them like, why did you have a gun? Why did you shoot her? Like you didn't have to do that. Oh, that's what you all were doing. And then
I learned it from watching you, Mom. And then Mom is just so proud of it.
And then later when they explain them the whole story about the devil's deal, they get so into it. And in the end where they all shout, "Hail Satan," I noticed that one of the children just shouted it really excitedly. Yeah,
I guess there is. I missed that when I was really confused when the two kids exploded at the end of the movie. At least they exploded off screen, unlike everyone else.
Yeah.
Like Emily hurries them out of the room, and then you just hear like two small explosions and a big one. It's oh god. But so she falls backwards into the corpse pit, and she has to climb out, and she has to the ladder falls out from under her in the middle of her climb, and she has to use the newly acquired gunshot wound in her hand as an anchor, because not as an anchor, as like a thing to hold on with, because she jams a nail through it and just like uses that to grip the top of the part where she's climbing, like the ladder that fell left an exposed nail. That scene really hurt to look at.
Yeah, that was like that 5-minute stretch in the movie that was super gory. Like everything else was like mostly fun violence.
And then, like, right after that, when she's, like, she manages to escape the property by working her way through one of the fences, but gets her back all dug up, because it's got all those fleur de lis all over it. You know, that extremely sharp pattern. Is that? I know it has like French history. I'm trying to remember fleur de lis, but
fleur de lis. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I like to imagine it really only got popular because it was a fancy way to do spikes on your property. It's the socially acceptable to put a spiked wall around your property.
Yeah.
But so she manages to worm her way out of the gate, and she manages to get a guy driving by to stop, and he just fucking honks the horn at her and says, "Get out of the fucking road, lady!" And he drives off. She's like, "What the fuck is wrong with the rich people?"
She just starts swearing like for 20 seconds. It was great.
Yeah. Jumping back a little bit, the right after Emily blasts that housekeeper with the pistol. Well, shortly after, she crouches down and is like assuring her, because she's like not 100% dead. She just has like a huge hole in her face. And she's just like writhing on the floor, and Emily like bends down and is like, "It's okay, everything's gonna be all right." And then like on cue, the corpse just like splurts blood at her. Emily is also just doing a shitload of drugs this entire movie. Like she runs back into the room where she shot the maid later, and just like does a bump of cocaine off the back of her hand. She's like popping pills later. After she accidentally crossbows the other maid in the mouth, Fitch is like, "Okay, let's go get you an edible, even you out a little bit." After she shoots the maid with the crossbow, the maid also doesn't immediately die. So Grandma just walks over there and fucking cuts her head off with the axe that she's been carrying.
Yeah. And I love that scene in the barn, I think, or stable or whatever, when they're like putting the bodies into that hole. And then they just take that separated head that has still the crossbow spike in it.
Yeah. Grandma got a clean cut.
She did.
But after she gets captured by the butler after escaping, the butler does like he fucking FaceTimes the family and is like, "I've done it. I'm gonna do some conducting. I'm gonna bump my music now." And she wakes up in the back of the car and fucking kicks the shit out of him and makes him crash. At which point, Daniel finds her and takes her hostage. But so when they first start to do the ritual, it fucks up because Daniel poisoned them with hydrochloric acid. And they're running out, and she's like, "Oh, did you kill them?" And he's like, "No, it's just hydrochloric acid. I looked it up. I Googled it. They're going to shit weird for a week, but they'll be fine." And it made me laugh, really. It made me laugh a lot. And then Grace gets to, like, do... The one complaint I really have about this movie is that Grace does not, like, kill enough people, in my opinion. It worked for the character. I'm glad she didn't do more murder, but also I often prefer my... Most Dangerous Game stories to involve the Most Dangerous Game target being an active participant in taking down the bad guys more often. But also the way this one ends is just perfect, so I don't really have that much of a complaint.
Like, I understand that, but the exploding is just so funny.
It is.
I just want to shout out the butler once more, because I thought he was also great.
Oh yeah, the butler was great.
The FaceTime was really funny.
Yeah, the part where he like sticks his head out the window while some orchestra is like blasting out of his speakers. He's like, "Yahoo!" I don't know why he sounds like Mario. He gets out of his car and backwards long jumps back into the estate. Yahoo! Yay! Yahoo! But Grace does get one confirmed kill in this movie where she beats the shit out of Alex and Daniel's mom with the box with the card box where the hide and seek card came out of.
Yes.
But so Alex walks in after she did that, and that's when he's like, "Oh, you're not gonna stay with me after this, huh? Guys, she's in here!" And I was so fucking mad at him at this point. Like, I was glad For the enjoyment of this movie, I was glad because I knew it meant that there would be no survivors except for Grace. But I did hate the character in the moment. But so they try and execute her again. They fail. And Grandma opens the window and is like, "Oh no, the sun has come!" And then everyone acts like they're about to get fucking Raiders of the Lost Ark and just like, "No!" And they're just like, their hands are up, their faces are pointing away, their eyes are closed. Oh, I guess nothing happened. And then Grandma's like, "All right, the girl still dies," and then she just fucking pops like a grape.
And for a second there, maybe I'm just not genre savvy enough, but for a second there I thought, wait, what? Like, was there no curse? That's also kind of funny if it turns out.
I was completely caught off guard by the I was not expecting there to be a curse.
Yeah.
Like I was fully expecting there to be just like shit, and then the cops come or something.
And that would still have been good. I'm still glad we got the explosion.
But everyone explodes, and then Alex is like, "Okay, baby, please. You're my. I'm not a part of this family anymore. I'm not cursed. You're my out. I love you. I know. I'm so sorry. She's like, "Dear Alex, I want a divorce." And she takes the ring off her finger, and he explodes. She walks outside, and the cops roll up, and they're like, "Oh my god, what the?" And like, she's just like, she's wearing her like her Chuck Taylors, her fucking yellow Chuck Taylors, absolute icon. And the cops are like, "Oh my god, what the fuck happened?" And she just says, "In-laws," and the movie ends.
Absolute perfect final shot.
It's a great ending to this movie.
She's just sitting there, like bloody all over her body, and just starts smoking a cigarette.
Yep.
Legend, absolutely. All right. Do you have any other thoughts on Ready or Not before we head to I guess ratings and ratings and questions? Do you have anything else for the movie writ large? I'm just looking. I stopped taking notes at like 1/3 of the movie because I was enjoying the movie instead.
Yeah, the last half hour of my notes are very light because of the same reason. I was just really enjoying the movie. So on a scale of 0 to 5, what are we doing? 0 to 5.
Exploded in-laws. Okay.
On a scale of 0 to 5 exploding in-laws, how many exploding in-laws are you going to give Ready or Not 2019?
I think it's like a solid 4 out of 5.
Yeah, I'm not going for 4 exploded. I might even go for 4.5 exploded in-laws out of 5. I still haven't seen Knives Out myself, but I imagine sort of this is in a similar Venn diagram. I know like it's not the same thing. I know that's a murder mystery and this is like a Most Dangerous Game thing, but I imagine they're kind of in the same vein as far as like theming goes. So I'm excited to get around to seeing Knives Out so I can compare it to this one.
I haven't seen Knives Out either, so
4.5 exploded in-laws. You 4 exploded in-laws, and then like your aunt's like torso is just gone. She's fine, but she's like fine. She's legs and then a head with arms sticking out of the side of it.
If an exploding grandma was to wear pants, would it be this way?
Would the jeans explode along with her? Or would each speck of blood have its own little, or would it just be a pool of blood in jeans, in one pair of jeans? When they explode, do the clothes explode with them? That's a good question.
I mean,
probably.
It's probably just taken up. Okay, what? Maybe there's like some really high quality clothes that wouldn't explode. Like that would be like a great thing for companies to advertise, you know?
Maybe like in Animorphs, how they can only morph with skin tight clothing. They can only explode with skin tight clothing. The skin tight clothing's got the give you need to really just contain an exploded corpse.
I love how like clothes logistics is like always a question with every piece of media. Like, does turning invisible work if you're wearing clothes? Can you teleport while wearing clothes? Like,
if we're going back to the original, the Invisible Man, I'm pretty sure his dick was out when he was actually invisible.
Yeah, because he was like wearing those bandages at first, right?
Yeah. God, it's been like a decade since I read that book, but yeah, it's all coming back to me.
Oh, I only seen the movie, which is really good. Like the one from the 30s, I think.
Okay, I want to see that new one with what's her face from Handmaid's Tale. I keep forgetting her name, but I'm excited to see that.
I don't know.
But we have questions. We have questions. At Evan out of 10 wants to know.
That's my friend Evan. Hi, Evan.
Hi, Evan. If there's one person in your family who you could punch and get away with it, who would it be? Nobody. My sister is the only person who's like remotely close to that on that table, and she would absolutely beat the shit out of me if I tried to.
That's
if I swing, even going back to childhood, if I swung, she would swing back twice as hard.
I have like an uncle in my family who's super racist and conservative, and I think the rest of my family would actually be on board with punching him. But I would also be worried about my fist hurting after that, because I can't throw punches.
Unfortunately, there are some members of that in my family, but unfortunately my family is one of those families who's like, oh, family is more important than everything else, so I couldn't really swing at even the most racist members. But it's okay. We're getting by. Evan also asks, what's a weird family tradition you'd like to invent for your kids so people at school make fun of them?
I think I would just make them play hide and seek really weird. Like, make them play a game that everybody knows, but with a weird rule set that, like, no shooting, but, like, in some way that everyone's gonna look at them like, what? Like, that's not how you play. That's not how you play tag. You don't have to tag them with both hands at the same time.
I would teach my kid chess and tell him it was Fortnite and make sure that.
We like call the game chess Fortnite.
Yeah. I would alter the box. I would alter the box art of chess. The box art for chess to say Fortnite.
Do you think there's like a chess Fortnite edition? There's got to be, right?
Oh, there's, at the very least, there's Monopoly Fortnite. Hold on, let me look up chess Fortnite. There's a custom game mode in Fortnite for chess.
Okay.
There's also an article from chess.com that says 7 ways Fortnite is like chess.
7 ways, sure.
Okay, what are the 7 ways chess.com? They're both streamed on Twitch. They're both ruthlessly competitive.
Okay.
You must control territory. You learn with experience. You need a good mouse to do well.
A good mouse?
Fortresses. A good mouse or fast fingers, apparently.
All right.
And there is always someone better than you.
God. That's true for either true for every other competitive game or every other thing you do on your computer. Do better chess.com.
Chess.com, you're putting out Screen Rant level articles. You really got to bring it. You really got to bring the thunder next time. Lastly, what would have to happen for you to get married in the next 7 months? The end of a global pandemic?
Yeah, that's the big one, right?
There's a pretty big asterisk next to the concept of me getting married within the next 7 months. And the asterisk is labeled COVID-19.
Uh-huh. The virus itself kind of looks like an asterisk.
It kind of does if you squint and you're colorblind.
Yeah.
Okay. That does it for questions this week. We're going to get into recommendations. Janos, do you have a recommendation ready? If not, I can go first.
I think I've been thinking about what to recommend, but I think I'm just gonna do an anime that I've been really enjoying recently.
Is it Chihayafuru by any chance?
It is Chihayafuru by any chance, yes.
It's fucking good. I need to watch the second season.
Oh, have you only seen the first season?
Yeah, Sophie and I watched the first season, then we dipped off that to watch Haikyuu. We're watching Suritama now. Next is going to be Tatami Galaxy, and then probably Chihayafuru season 2.
It's so good, and the third season is the best one. Like, Okay,
That's good to
so
hear.
this is, to those who don't know, this is an anime about competitive poetry-based card game, which
It's basically poetry. It's basically poetry memory, competitive poetry memory.
and if that sounds weird, don't worry, the show explains it really well, and it starts at base level, and then through every season you're gonna learn more strategies or more intricacies to this game that at first seems just like weird, and
Your brain will expand 15 times just by watching Chihayafuru.
Yeah.
My brain was so small before I watched it, and now I'm a jock.
And the great thing is that by the third season, you'll be like getting to know, like over the course of the first 2 seasons, you'll be getting to know all of these rival teams and the characters in them, and everyone just like in their matches gets their backstories kind of expanded on, or the way they think.
Mhm.
So by the third season, every time there's a new game, you'll know, oh, it's these 2 characters. I wonder how they'll do against each other. And the other great
I wonder
thing,
how he's improved in the off season.
yeah, the other great thing is that not to spoil anything, but especially the first half of the third season focuses on 2 of my favorite characters who haven't been getting that much screen time before. Like especially one of them gets so much in front, and you'll have to see it.
Hell yeah. My recommendation this week is gonna be, so there's this little manga. It's kind of obscure. I don't know if anyone's heard of it. It's called One Piece. I started reading it because all the memes on Twitter about reading One Piece in quarantine kind of got to me, and I was like, fuck it, I'll read One Piece. So now I'm like 90 chapters in, and it's really fucking good. It's just like, if you haven't tried One Piece, don't watch it. That's too much. But like, do what I've been doing. Read the manga, and then every time a cool fight happens, go like on YouTube and just watch the fight scene clipped out of the episode.
It's good. I'm like, I think 3 or 4 volumes into it. Like I'm to the point where we get to know a character named Sanji.
Yes, Sanji is a character.
Yeah.
He's definitely
Why is there like a shitty horny character in every manga?
I don't know. It's a necessity, I guess. The thing is, Sanji, I can kind of get away. I can kind of deal with Sanji because like he's definitely into the women. Like
He's
I'm
not
sure he'll
Minoru
get worse.
Mineta is what you're trying to say.
He's not like super horny. He's just like, oh, I want to romance you and be the sweetest. Oh, I just want to give you a kiss, my lady. He's not like, oh, I'm gonna sniff your panties.
God. I truly hate all those Hero Aka episodes where you have to feel good about Mineta, where he does something that's supposedly cool.
Yeah, the thing, I hate Mineta. His power is fun. I think his power is kind of fun, and like whenever he uses it, I'm like, God, I wish you were a better character. So Janos, thank you so much for coming on, especially on such short notice. It was an absolute blast to have you on.
Thank you for making me watch this movie. I would probably not have seen it otherwise.
Hell yeah. Where can people find you, and would you like to plug anything?
Yeah, you can find me at János Kapuvári on Twitter.
We'll put that link in the show notes, and we'll spell it for you too.
Yeah, I don't want to spell it here.
Yeah,
I do
about that.
2 podcasts. I do The Age of Pods, written with a Z, where we talk about Sufjan Stevens. With my friends Jan and Jan. By the time this goes up, hopefully our first Illinois episode is up. And then we do A Song of Babies and Puppies, where we talk about A Song of Ice and Fire. We're currently like 500 pages into A Game of Thrones. We had a very special guest in the last episode.
That was me. We talked about Joe Biden giving the thumbs up and bleeding out of his evil eye, because I can't stop talking politics. I can't stop talking U.S. politics no matter where I go.
Yeah, it's have fun voting, I guess, in a few months.
A few months? God, I wish. it is still another 7.5 months till our election. I'm genuinely just I am very quickly my procedure my condition progresses more every day. My condition is slowly.
Have you seen that clip where Joe Biden says in the 1 year from now until November,
and then walks off camera? Yes, yeah, I've seen that one. All right. Well, thank you so much for listening to this week's episode of Fear Baiting. So normally our schedule was 3 episodes and then 1 week, 3 weeks on, 1 week off. But we did, since we had to do that swap-a-rooney last week. So there's going to be 3 more episodes after this before our next week off, just so y'all know. Thank you so much to Matt GameCube for creating Noisepace.xyz, which is where this podcast is hosted. Go listen to all the other great podcasts there, such as The Wonder Years, which I do with musician of this podcast, Seda, and editor of this podcast, Blair. You can find Seda on Twitter. You can find Seda's music under People You Meet Outside of Bars. Head to gaygoth5s.online for more information about that. You can find Blair on Twitter at Blair Kitsch. And another podcast I do on there is Henry Kissinger's Pokemon Going to Die, a Letism podcast. I'm doing an episode on cats that will probably be out by the time you're hearing this. Just gonna talk about cats for a while. There's also gonna be like a regular episode you can listen to, but if you want to get away from like the whole like the fact that the thing has been dominating the news cycle for the last like 2, 3, 4, I don't know how long weeks, maybe tune into the cats episode. It'll be a blast. If you want to find the podcast elsewhere, we are fearbaiting everywhere, including on Patreon. Patreon is where you can go to support the podcast. $1 is basically a tip jar. Occasionally we have stuff go up early. $5 a month gets your name right on the podcast and a message right on the show. $10 a month, all that stuff, and you get to make us watch a movie for this podcast. So thank you very much to Michael Kaiser, Paul Moran, Kit Spindler, Paul Bechtel, and Ducky Aisha. We love you all so much. If you want to find me, I'm on Twitter at SunhatZhenya, SUNHATZHENYA. And I think that's everything. Janos, again, thank you so much for coming on this podcast. It was an absolute blast. I'm Sarah.
I'm Janos.
And remember,
you can put a fucked up guy anywhere.
Good night, everyone.